There's some cat food for you there. All right.
Oh my god, I thought that you were showing that because it was like irresistible, and I just got that it was.
Irresistible.
That's so nice.
My cat.
But I got it. All right, got it.
So you want a guy who makes over 500K. Mm-hmm. The max on there is 500K, but you want a guy who makes more than 500K.
Equivalent, yeah.
How much do you make, if you don't mind me asking? You can say. Range.
Up to you. Don't feel pressured.
Yeah.
Or feel pressured. You can feel pressured a little bit.
Seven figures.
Okay, so that's fine. 7 figures. Okay. Wow, congrats. And you are how old again?
23.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you.
Well, you're an outlier in your own right. It is interesting that I think as a woman's income increases, it does tend to shrink her dating pool, whereas
100%.
a man's income increases, it increases the size of his dating pool. So, yeah.
So I got
It's
broke
totally.
if I want to
I
buy
didn't
one.
think about that. I did not think about
It's
that.
totally an ego thing. Like
An
you know.
ego? What do you mean?
Yeah, like men have a hard time sometimes being with someone if she's paying for
Oh,
more or
hold
doing
on.
more things, you know?
Beatin Cheeks super chatted $69.69. Guys, do not sub to any only F. Like MLD says, work on your frame after making the money and muscles. Obviously game.
Okay. Cheeks, thank you for the $69.69 super chat. Roma, sorry that for some reason the TTS might have just not come through there on your last one. I don't know. Sometimes the TTS bugs out. I will be sure to read it though. So you were saying it's an ego thing for men to what?
To be with a woman who's making a significant amount more than them or
What?
you know.
So it's they have an issue dating a woman who makes a lot of money?
Yeah, and it might not like bug them at first or like it peeks through like in different ways. You
I
know?
agree.
Or like you can't match the lifestyle. Like if I'm gonna pay for my boyfriend's vacation and they can't pay me back for it, like, you know, it's like you can view it as a favor or like you gotta wrap it up like it's a Christmas gift or, you know, whatever. But it hurts the ego because, you know, more traditional men, especially the ones who are going, you know, to Japan or China or wherever, they want to be the ones to feel like they're the caretakers. But I always like to say that there's a lot of ways that you can care for your significant other or a family. And it's not just money. But unfortunately, a lot of times it just
Eric,
feels that way.
pull up Roma's really quick. I'll just treat it.
Where's
as
the
a-
hot shot like you going on vacations? You
Um,
that's your
I'll get to it in a
boyfriend.
bit, Eric.
They're targeting
We'll
you
come
for-
back to that really quick.
Sure.
Roma's Man Cave highlights 69. Thank you. To blue-haired girl, if you're this old with no successful relationships, can you really call yourself high value, or do you think you're the red flag?
So I know that I'm the red flag. I know that. Like I would say, I know I'm definitely the red flag, but like, I let me change my answer from earlier. I would say that I do have very high standards, but I also like need to find someone that can handle me because I'm not going to change for anybody. Like I love who I am and the people that know me personally, like people on like social media and stuff don't know who I actually am. You know what I mean? In a sense, besides like my Twitch followers and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I just think that, oh my God, I always lose my train of thought.
Happens to
I
the
don't
best
even
of
know
us.
where I was going with that.
Do you want to say anything to Roma, to Chloe? She called you. She called you old.
So yeah. Well, that's honestly that's fine too. Whatever, that doesn't really bother me that much. But I would say honestly, very good question because call me out. Like, please call me out because I'm definitely a red flag. I'm a walking red flag for sure. But like, I embrace it and I let people know about it before I like see people or date people. I'm like, I don't, or not date people, but like I'm like I don't date people and I get bored very easily. I let people know right away.
The board is a red flag. The board is a red flag.
Sure. So to bring it back to what you said it was an ego issue for men that don't want to date women who make more, and it's mostly a male issue, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you want to elaborate more on that? I do have a response, but I wanted to let you finish.
No.
Okay. Well, I actually think it's, if a woman's a high earner, it's typically an issue on the woman's side.
Okay.
In terms of not wanting to date a guy who makes less.
No, I disagree.
No? But you just said that you
so
had it. You want a guy who
That-
makes.
yeah.
Why did the majority of your
So-
relationships not work out?
Well, the first one, we can go through all of them.
Let's do it.
Time? Okay.
Yes.
We
Well,
got
the first
time.
one was in college, and it was really passionate. Okay.
Alvin Sam super chatted $70. It's not the ego. It's more like she's combative, argumentative, masculine, disagreeable, and difficult to deal with. She doesn't bring peace that he's looking for.
I don't know what he's talking
That's a
about.
What are
lot
we
of
talking
assumptions
about?
in one.
Yo,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Because they make money.
You-
We're
we're,
talking
we're all,
about-
we're, all,
No.
we're all streamers here. We know these people get crazy. They can be a little
I love that,
crazy,
like,
you know.
you're
I know
roasty.
this is not your day-to-day PWC,
Oh,
but they're
I
crazy
know.
people out here.
There are. That's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
So yeah, but so you said the first guy, what happened?
Um,
You seem like you're a little much though. You seem like you're a little.
I am,
Yeah.
but I think it's also because I feel like you guys are trying to like press us and like,
Little bit.
you know, I just feel like sometimes
Me?
if we come in with stronger opinions, it can make for better
I'm
conversation.
not trying to press anybody. No,
You
I
know?
just want to hear.
Oh, I'll press. I'll press a little bit.
I just want. I want to hear
Um,
because you're so open and honest. I want to hear it all.
I think my last relationship ended because he wasn't. His career wasn't particularly going anywhere.
What was he doing?
He
Male
was
stripper?
trying to get into an advanced degree
And how did you
Okay.
meet this guy?
through friends.
Okay.
I wasn't like super sure, but a childhood friend of mine was like, "Oh yeah, like he's a really great guy," and he is a really great guy. He's really sweet, but it kind of ended up with the like I felt like walking a fine line between being a parent versus being a girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nobody
Yeah.
wants that.
Yeah.
Nobody
So
wants to
that
be
was
lonely.
most recent. Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it does matter about motivation of the other person. It's not like the money. Yeah, like obviously you should be able to make some good money for yourself, but if you're not motivated, you can be a hard worker and make 60K, and I'd be happy with that. But
Agreed.
you need to show that you're a hard worker. That's the biggest.
You mean like kind of like ambition?
Yeah, you need ambition,
Passion,
you
drive,
need discipline.
all
Like you have a
drive.
vision for your future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know what you
But
want to do.
the
yeah.
amount, okay, maybe 60K, it'd be great if you could make a little more. But like if you are driven, I think that's the most important, regardless
Yeah.
of the actual
And
number.
for context, like this ex that I'm talking about has access to a trust fund too. So they weren't not without money necessarily.
That's why you didn't like him though, because he's a trust fund kid. A lot of these guys, they had no drive. They were born and they won life.
I mean, it wasn't that he didn't have drive; he just didn't have follow through, which, like, you know,
That typically falls together with drive. the follow through is the biggest part of the
Sure.
drive.
Yeah, it's that last like 10% where you have to really
Yeah.
dig in to like get yourself over the finish line. Yeah.
Eric, can you